Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to teach you Python, and it will be just an introduction. And with the next classes, we are going to study it in more detail. So let's get started. So, introduction to Python. Firstly, since we are studying Python, so we should know Python was created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. It is a free open source. It is free and open source and is available free of cost on any platform. You can download Python easily from www.python.org. To get the step-by-step procedure of downloading Python, you can watch my previous video. Python has various applications, like we can do web designing with Python, we can create our own websites, we can make our own games, we can make our own apps like railway reservation app, airport airline reservation app, and so many things. Or we can make games like the snake game and Flappy Bird game. So many games are easily made from Python only. So right now we are going to just start with the introduction of Python, and then towards the end I will also include videos of game development and etc. So first we should know how how do we write in Python and how the working is done. So there are two ways in which we can do the Python working. There is an interactive mode and a script mode. In the interactive mode, you cannot write whole codings. It's just if you want to run 2 or 3 lines or a small thing like if you want to find the minimum of a list or something, like it's really small task. It can be done in the interactive mode, and the script mode is where you can write long codings and then you can run them. So both of them we are going to use. So firstly, there are tokens in Python. So tokens are individual words or punctuation marks that are used for writing the coding. And there are different types of tokens. For example, we have keywords. Keywords are the words, are the special characters which are already predefined by Python, and we can use it to make our program more comfortable, or it makes the coding more easier for us. And these are predefined, so we don't have to do anything. We can just use them directly. And there are different keywords such as and, del is used for deleting anything, a string, a list, a tuple, anything. Then we have from, it can be used to extract a particular module or something from somewhere. We can just use it. I'll show you all how to use them. Then we have while, for, or, if, except, print. All these things we are going to learn how to use them. Then we have identifiers. Identifiers is variables or objects which are used in Python function. Identifiers can be something like variables x, y, z, or it can be numbers from 0 to 9. These are not exactly keywords, and there are no special characters can be used in this, like underscore or space. All these things are not allowed. Only underscore can be used as a Python identifier name. Identifier can be like a variable for appointing a value, like you can say x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6, and you can just separate x. So it's going to give you the value of x. So here x acts as a identifier. I'm going to show you the examples. Literals or values. Then literals and values are what all can be put inside an identifier. What all values can be put to a identifier. It can be a string literal. You can write a string. String is just characters or sentences, anything like that. It can be numeric literals. You can write numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It can be Boolean literals. Boolean literals are true or false, a Boolean. Okay. Then it can be special literals such as none is a special literal, or the special keywords which are used for a particular thing, like true or false, can also come under special literals. Then there are basic operations in Python. First, we are going to study about arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations, as we all know, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We have this is basic maths. So we can do all these operations in Python as well. Like just like maths, plus operator is used for adding two numbers, like example a plus b, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 6, like this. Minus can be used for subtraction, then we have division, then we have multiplication. So these four are okay, like we all know them. Then there is something different, the percent operator. Percent operator gives us the remainder of a particular addition, of a particular division, I'm sorry. Like if I divide 10 by 3, so we get the remainder 1. So 1 here, so the outcome of 10% 3 will be 1. So it gives us the remainder of the division. Then we have floor division, two black backslashes. This is used for giving us the quotient. It does not gives us the point spaces. Like again, if I write 10 black backslash 3, then it will give us the answer 3. Though we know that 10 is not perfectly divisible by 3, but it's just going to give us uh, the quotient and the that and ignoring the decimal point in the quotient. Then we have exponent. Exponent, like we know, raised to the power. So we have two asterisks. This means like a asterisk b would mean a to the power b. If I have to write 2 to the power 3, I'll write 2 asterisk 3. So it will be 2 to the power 3, which gives us 8. I hope it's clear. Then we have relational operators. Relational operators are basically used to compare the values. Like if you write 1 equal to, it would mean if you write a equal to b, it would mean a is equal to b. If you write a equal to b, it would mean that we are asking that this operator will be, the result will be true. If a is equal to b, it will give us true. If it's not, then it will give us false. Like if I write a equal to b, we are telling the computer that a is equal to b. If I write a equal to b, that would mean I am not sure, I am just checking. If a is equal to b, then it will give us true. If it's not, it will give us false. Then we have exclamation mark and equal to. It would mean just the opposite, not equal. Two equal to's would mean equal to, and one exclamation and one equal to would mean not equal. So here a not equal to b. Then we have greater than symbol, which we all know. A is greater than b and a is less than b. Then greater than equal to, a is either greater than or equal to b. Here a is either less than or equal to b. So this is basic mathematical operations. Then we have the assignment operators. As I told you, assignment. If I write a equal to b, that means I'm assigning a value. I'm assigning that a is equal to b. If I write x is equal to 3, I'm assigning the value 3 to the variable x. So 1 equal to is used. Then we have plus equal, which means that I am adding as well as I'm equaling. Like if I write a plus equal to b, it would mean nothing. I'll just write it. If I write this, it would mean a is equal to a plus b. This is what this means. Then we have a, the same as a division equal to b. That would mean that a is equal to a divided by b. Right? I'm updating the value of a. Then minus also the same thing. Then modulus function, as I told you, modulus function returns the remainder. So a is equal to a and divided by b, and what will be the remainder will be the value of a. So this is the same thing which I told you. Then we have logical operators. Logical operators are and or not. Like if I write x and y, I am stating that both x and y I am including. If I write x or y, that means either of the two can be used. Right? For example, if a is equal to 30, b is equal to 20. Now these are the assignment operators equal to. I have assigned the value 30 to the variable a. I am assigning the value 20 to the variable b. So like now, if a is equal to 30. Now this is a relation operator. So it's asking if a is equal to 30 and b is equal to 20. If such a thing happens, then the result will be print hello. So if the value of a is equal to 30 as well as at the same time the value of b is equal to 20, then the result will be hello. So this is what this function is doing. Then we have, for example, if I write or here, then it will be if either of the two condition is true, then we will get the output. If I'm writing and, that means that both of the conditions should be true. If the value of b here would be 40, then the answer we will not get the output, because if both of the conditions are true, then only it's going to print hello. Otherwise, it's going to not print anything because another condition is not given. It's not written that. Let's do an example. As we discussed, I have written over here that I have written this is a script mode, first of all, because we are writing the whole code. I'll show you what an interactive mode is. I'll just show you. Okay, so here I have assigned the value 30 to the variable a. I have written that a is equal to 30, b is equal to 20, and then I'll just increase the size. This is how you can increase the size also. So I have written a is equal to 30, then I have written b is equal to 30. So this is the value I've assigned because there is only one equal to. So you should know the difference. Now, if I'm writing if here is a keyword, you can see that it's orange. If and both of these words are orange. That means it's a keyword. It's a keyword. I'm so sorry. It's a keyword, and all the keywords are orange in color, and all the keywords, it's very important. Python is a case sensitive language, so all the keywords and all the functions, whatever you use, should be in small letters. Then okay, now here I have written print true. Now print is also a keyword, but it's a special keyword because print is used for printing a statement. Like if I write print true, it would mean that the output will be true. Here, if and are not used for printing, they are just assigning. It's just a condition. So if is a conditional keyword. And as we did, and is a relational keyword. It's relating. So logical operator also, and is also a logical operator. So if I'm writing a equal to 30, that means that if the value of a is 30 as well as at the same time the value of b is 20, then only the output will be true. If either of the two condition is false, then we won't get the answer. We run this. See, we get true because both of the conditions are true. Now, if I change one condition, then we won't get an output because both of the conditions should be true. If I write b is equal to 40 and now we print, now we don't get any output. See, if I write here else, if it's true, then print true, otherwise print false. Now false, because and would mean that both of them should be true. See here, this condition is true, but then this condition is false. B is not equal to 20, B is equal to 40. So in this case, it will give us false. Now then, so this is it. Now if I write or, let's see, if I write or, now it's going to give us true because either of the two condition is true, then it will give us true. If any one is false, it will give us false. If both of them are false, then only it will give us false. So in case of and, both of them should be true, then the answer will be true. Otherwise, if any one of them is false, then the answer will be false. In case of or, if either one of them is true, it will give us true. And if both of them are false, then only it will give us false. If I write this, now we will get the answer as false. Because both of the two conditions are not correct. And this was the script mode. Here, this is the script mode where we get this. Now here we cannot write the whole code. I can just write some statement where x is a is equal to 30, 60, and I write print a. Print a. So just this small operations can be done on the interactive mode. Now, then we have membership operators. Membership operators are used to find something like if I say A is 22, like this is a list over here. And if I write A in list, if A, the value of A is 22, if this 22 is present in the list, then it will give us true. If it's not, then it will give us false. So in and not in. In returns true if value exists in the sequence, and not in returns true if value does not exist in the sequence. If we write A in list, then it's going to give us true because A is there in the list. If I write A not in list, it will give us false because no, A is there in the list. So A not in list would be false. Just try it again. The list in Python are denoted with square brackets. If I write 40, 50, 60, 2, 4, these are the list elements. And then I write, let's say print in list. So if A is in list, it's going to print true. If it's not, it's going to give false. So true, because A is there in the list. Now if I change the value of A, now it is not in the list. So what will be the output? It will be false because A is not in the list, so it will get false. Now if I write not in, A not in list. Now A is not there in the list, so the statement is true. A is not in the list, 70 is not in the list, and we are also asking that A is not in the list. So this statement is true. Yes, A is not in the list. If I write A in list, it's going to give us false. So I hope the difference is clear. Then we have identity operators. It is or is not, like we had in and not in. Now this is membership. It's telling us whether it's there or not. This is identity operator. It returns true if two variables point at the same object. If I write A is B, it's going to be true if both A and B are equal. And it's going to write not A is not B. Like both of them have different, they're pointing to different objects. They have different values. For example, A is 70, B is 40. And if I write print is used for printing the statement as I mentioned. A is B. So the answer will be false because A is not B. A is 70 and B is 40, and 70 is not equal to 40 at all. So it will give us false. Now if I write A is not B, then we're going to get true because yes, A is not B. Both of them are different. So it's true. And if I make the values equal, now if I write A is not B, it's going to give us false because A is B, both of them are equal. It's false. And if I write A is B, it's going to give us true because A is equal to B. So I hope all the operators are clear. First we had arithmetic operators, which is basic mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Then we have relational operators, which are used for checking if A is equal to B or greater than, less than, all that. Then we have assignment operators for assigning the value to a variable. Like these are all assignment operators. If I write A is equal to 30, B is equal to 20, it's assigning the value. I'm assigning the value 30 to the variable A. So assignment operator. Then we had logical operators. Logical operators is which are checking if both of them are true or false. Like we had and or. And when both of the statements are true, then we get the answer true, otherwise false. Or if either of the two statements are true, we get the answer true. Then not is the reverse of if not reverse is the condition. If I write A equal to 30, uh, let's do an example of not also. If I write this and A is 70 and B is 50 and print not A greater than B. So it's going to tell us that if A is greater than B or not. It's going to print true or false accordingly. False, because A is greater than B, we all know, but it's asking not. No, but A is greater than B. Now, if I write only A is greater than B, then we are going to get true. But if not, A is not greater than B, then false, because A is greater than B. Now the answer is true. So not reverses the correct condition. Then membership operators, in and not in. If the particular variable or the number or the value lies in another string or list or tuple or dictionary, anything. And then identity operators, which tells us that both of the variables point at the same object or not. Then we have comments, full line comments, inline comments, multiple line comments. Now, first of all, what is comments? Like if we write, you have seen that anything I'm writing on the script mode, it's getting read by the computer, the interpreter, the compiler. They are reading it and we are getting the outcome based on them. What if we want to write something for us only and we don't want the computer to read it or interpret it or give us an outcome on that? So for that we used comments. Comments are the uh, statements which we do not want the computer to read. For example, here I have written this. If I write a comment here, comment are denoted with this hash. If I write a comment, I write A and B are. If I already know, if I write A, yes, A is greater than B. Now this statement is not going to be printed and this won't make any difference in our coding. See, there is no difference. Now, if I write it like this without an hash, then it's going to make a difference. See, invalid syntax, because this is something which is not read by the computer is giving us an error, because how we cannot write a statement like this doesn't mean anything. But if I write a hash symbol, then whatever we write, it won't make any difference. We can write anything because the computer is not going to read it. This hash statement, the computer is going to ignore it. And this red color states that this is a comment. Now, if I write something over here, it's not red. It's the single line comment. I have to write hash again. If I want this line should also be a comment, I have to write hash again. So these are full line comments. Anything I write in this line, it's going to be taken as a comment. Now inline comments can be whatever I write over here. If I write here A and B are equal, so this is an inline comment. There is a coding also, as well as there's a comment. This part will be read, this part won't be read. This is an inline comment. Then we have multi-line comments. Multi-line comments are this 1, 2, 3. I can write one more over here. So this is multi-line comment. Now there is one more way of writing multi-line comments, which is we can use Triple quotation. This, now whatever I write over here, this green part, it will be taken as a comment. Any line, anywhere if I write anything, it's going to be taken as a comment. And when I close these three commas, now whatever I write is not a comment. So this is used for multi-line comments. Multi-line comments using triple quotes. We can use single quotation also, but it depends. Whichever quotation you use, you have to end with the same. If I write double quotes over here and end with single quotes, it will give us error. And triple quotes, I remember that. So this is an example. Now this is in the interactive mode, where I told you that it's used for small statements, small tasks. Like this is the identification, these three arrows. If I write 5, it's going to print 5. And we don't have to write the statement print in the interactive mode. Whatever we write, it's going to be printed. If I write 5, it's going to be automatically printed. But if I write 5 in the script mode, it won't be printed. It will give us an error because we haven't written anything. We are not printing anything. So nothing will come. If I write print also, that also won't make a difference. If I write or not write, it's going to give us an output. I have written like 5 multiplied by 7. This symbol means multiply. We discussed it. So the answer is 35. Then if I write hello, now this is a string. Strings are written under quotations, single quote or double quote. This is the identification of a string. Now if I write asterisk 4, now if I'm multiplying a word 4 times, that would mean that, like, we cannot multiply a character or a letter with a number. But a string, if I write string multiplied by a number, it would mean that this particular string is going to repeat 4 times. This is a repetition operator in case of strings. Like see, hello once, then hello second time is printed, then hello the third time is printed, and then hello the fourth time is printed. So it's printing the same string hello 4 times. It's a repetition operator. If I write 5 here, it's going to print 5 times, 6, 10, anything I can write. Then hello dot class. This class tells us what type of string it is, what type of character we have written. If we write a number here, we are going to get the outcome as integer or floating integer if it's in point. String would mean a basic string or characters. If now this is a thing, if I write, let's go in the interactive mode only. If we write a is equal to 20, and if I write, we can also use type function, class also and type also, type a, then we will get int. A is an integer. What is a? Not a, the value of a. The value of a is 20 and 20 is an integer. If I write 20, we cannot edit. If I write a is equal to 20.5, and then we write type a, then it's float. Float means in decimal. If I write a is equal to 20.0 also, then also it will come under float. If I write a is equal to a string and type a, it will be a string. str means string. Now this is a good thing. If I write something in quotation mark, whatever I write, if it's a number, string, anything, it will be treated as a string only. If I write 47 like this, it will come under a string. If I write 47 like this only, it will be treated as a integer. See the difference. While writing in between quotations, it is treated as a string. When I'm writing without quotation, it is treated as an int. If I write a float number also, it will be also treated as a string. Whatever I write inside the quotations, it will be treated as a string always. No matter it's a alphabet, it's a number, floating number, anything, it won't make any difference. Since it's inside the quotation, it will be treated as a string always. Then, as we discussed, numbers, they are integer numbers. Integer numbers are positive or negative or whole numbers or any number without decimals. Any number without decimals. Floating numbers are numbers with decimals. And complex numbers are the numbers, the imaginary numbers which we use in maths. X plus y j. Here j x plus y j. Yeah. Here y is the complex part and x is the real part. Y is the imaginary part and x is the real part. This is mathematics. Then floating numbers. We can also change the type of a particular string or integer or floating number, anything. We can change the type. This is called type conversion. If I write a is equal to 20, now we know the type of a is string. We can also print. If I write print type a, so we're going to get, I can write a comment also, we can going to get integer because it's an integer. If I write now, if I write, I'm going to convert the type. If I write a is b is equal to now a, I'm going to convert it to a floating number. Float a. Now the type of a, which is the integer, is being converted into a float. Now we can convert into a string also. If I write str a, it's now converted into a string. And now if I write print b, print type b, and print type c, this would give us a float. The type is float, and the type of this will be string. Let's see. See, first one is integer 20, then we have float, and then string. So we can change the type also. Now there's one more thing. If I write a over here and then I write print a, it's going to give me 20, obviously. Now if I change the value of a, now I write a is equal to 50, and now I write again print a. So this time it was giving us 20 because the value of a was 20, but now the value of a is changed. It will give us 50. So in Python, what is the last time you change the value of a variable, that will be taken as the value. Rest all doesn't matter. 20 and then 50. Now the value is changed. So this is how it works. And so this is the output. It is going to convert this whole string. This is a string, and then it's going to convert it into a float. We can, it's not need, or it isn't necessary that we have to write a variable only. I can directly write the number like c is equal to float 1 to 1, directly writing the number. Now this number is integer because there's no string or nothing, no decimal point, it's just integer, and we're converting it into a float. So 0.0, now it's converted into a float. Now understanding print. Print, as I have already told you, print is used for printing output. It is used for giving us a output. Print, like if I write, we can, it's not necessary again to print a variable only. I can write the string directly here. Either I can write a is equal to welcome to Python, then print a, I'm going to get the same output. If I write print and I directly write welcome to Python, I'm going to get it. But this quotations is necessary. In case of a, quotations is not necessary. Now again, there's a difference. If I write a is equal to welcome, and now if I write print a, I'm going to get the same thing, welcome. If I write print like this, a, and if I write print welcome. Now see the difference in these three statements. First of all, the value of A is welcome. So it's going to give us the value of A, which is welcome. Now the second time, I'm not printing the value of A. I'm printing A. Now this green thing, now this A is a string. It's not a variable anymore. Here A was treated as a variable. Now A is being treated as a string. And print A would mean just print the letter A. And if I write print welcome, anything inside the quotation, it will be treated as a string and it's going to print this welcome. So here A is treated as a variable and now A is treated as a string. So this quotations make a huge difference. Now note, Python allows both single quotation and double quotation to enclose string, but the opening and closing should be done with the same type. If I write like this, here there's a single quotation and then ending with a double quotation will give an error. The quotes can be anything, but any quotes you can use, but the closing and the opening should be done with the same type of quotes. Now the data types, there are two types of data types, primitive data types and collection data types. Primitive data types are numbers and strings as we have already done. Numbers, in case of numbers, we have integer, floating number and complex numbers. Integers are normal numbers and floating numbers are decimal numbers and complex numbers are imaginary part and real part, which we have in mathematics, complex numbers. And strings are written under quotations and they are characters. And this is numbers. Then we have collection data types, which is list, tuple, set, dictionary. These are collection data types, which we will do in the upcoming videos. If you like my video and if you understood everything, please like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubts or anything you want to ask, you can comment on this video. I'm going to answer it. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter on these sites. Thank you so much.